Glaire. I'm an international student here at Vancouver, Canada, in British Columbia. If you don't know that, I've made a video in the past about how to apply as an international student here in Canada for Filipinos, but that video isn't actually in my channel right now. I've uploaded it in other channels, and a lot of you have been asking me questions about what agency I went with, how much does it cost, where am I staying, what's the requirements, and stuff like that. So I decided to make another video, but this time I'm gonna be more specific. So I'm gonna be talking about what agency, how much does it cost, what the requirements, how long did it take me to process my papers, and any other tips that might help you in processing your papers. Okay, let's start. First thing is, do you want to do it yourself or do you want to go through an agency? So this is a big question for you guys. Is, do you want to pay an agency and help you with your processing, or you don't want to pay anything and just do it yourself? So that's the first question that you have to consider, or like you have to ask yourself. Either way, it's okay, it's doable. The other one just will cost you something and the other one probably won't. But actually both of them are gonna cost you something, right? Because you have to pay for the visa fees, you have to pay for your tuition, for your medical exam, and those kind of stuff, and it's gonna cost you. But if you go through an agency, it's gonna cost you probably a little bit more than, you know, the other one. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that a little bit later. I've been receiving a lot of DMs on my Instagram, Facebook about what's the name of the agency that helped me process my papers, and I always reply on all your DMs. So yeah, let's start talking about the agency. So I know you guys want to know about the agency's name. It's Fortress Education. They have an office in Makati. You can look them up on Facebook, Google, or Instagram, I think. But I think best way to reach them is on Facebook. Basically, if you're gonna go with an agency, it'll be easier for you, in the sense that you don't have to worry about if you miss this kind of document, because they are there to help you guide you throughout the process. But of course, you still have to do almost everything else on your part, right? So you have to get your documents. Of course, the agency can help you with, you know, your TOR, transcript of records, birth certificate, and stuff like that. They're just there to guide you, but you're the one who's gonna be preparing all the documents. I think it's up to you. If you want your processing time to be shorter, then you have to make sure that you have all the documents ready. So I think having an agency help you is very beneficial on your part. There are documents that are quite tricky to answer. So if you go through an agency, they'll surely help you with what to write out, what to fill in, and stuff like that. So yeah. Next thing is the documents. I'm gonna be talking about the requirements that are quite long, quite important to get first, because it's time consuming since you want to go into school, right? Most schools require IELTS. So IELTS is for the school to know what's your standing in the language of English. Normally people do reviews, so it'll take a month, and then it'll take probably 2 months. So 1 month for the review and 1 month for the examination, because they have schedules for examination. It's not possible, like if you wanted to do the test tomorrow, most probably you won't get a slot, because it takes probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks before there's a spot for you for the test. And if you're planning to get into school this fall semester, which is this coming September, then I suggest as early as now to take your IELTS, do your review, because I think you still have enough time for that, for the review if you want to take it. So take the review and then take the test. And also, next important requirement, so this requirement is for those who had their internship back in the United States before, because I had my internship back in the United States for a year and a month, and they require me to submit my FBI. I know you guys are familiar with NBI, the one we have in the Philippines, and then the one that they have in the US is FBI. So that usually takes 4 months before you get the results. So if I were you, get that as early as now. You're gonna mail the, what do you call that, the fingerprint, and then they're gonna be mailing it back or after like 3 months or so. You better do that first, honey. That's it. Those are the 2 important things that I want to share with you. Okay, so this envelope is the one that I submitted with the embassy, yeah, the embassy. So This is the FBI document that I was talking about. It took me 4 months to get it. Total hassle, but it was required. And then this is the receipt for the payment that I paid, which is 150 Canadian dollars. So there you go, we have a processing fee of 150 Canadian dollars, and you're gonna have to pay that directly to the embassy, not to the agency. So since I have a business back in the Philippines, a business named under me, not really my business, so I was required to submit all the business documents such as DTI, revenue official receipt, that's the ITR, what else? Also the mayor's permit for the business, and also the certificate of registration. And that's it for the business. Also, I did submit my past employment records, so you'd have to ask for employment certificate. So I have 3 of them because I have 3 past work experience, so I have 3 of them. Also, you have to submit your TOR from my school, my NBI, well, I already told you that, right? My birth certificate, my resume here, so you do have to make that one. I'm sure you guys have that already. These are some of the documents that I submitted. I think you still need to submit all the forms that are provided on the website. Okay, next, let's talk about the processing time of the application. So mine took 7 weeks from the date it was, what do you call that? Submitted to the embassy. So after that, 7 weeks, sakto 7 weeks, I got the approval letter and I got the decision by email, and the approval letter was just sent to me the next day, or I'm not sure, but it's not sabay, yeah. The approval letter, it depends on the season or the time, I guess. If you want to know the approval time, you can go on their website. I'll show you how many weeks it would take for your visa to process. Actually, everything is pretty much under their website, so if you guys have time, I recommend just going through almost everything on the website and then you understand what I'm saying. So next one is your accommodation. So you probably have a family here in Canada, probably in Ontario or Manitoba or other provinces. So I would suggest that wherever your relatives are, just go where they are, because well, the rent is pretty much expensive. Here in Vancouver, it could cost you around 600 to 1,000. I think that's too much. 1,000 is very like expensive. I would say mostly like the normal rate is around $500 to $700, and that's very expensive because you still have to pay for your own food, for your own fare, and then sometimes the place that you're renting doesn't really include the Wi-Fi connection, the laundry, and the water and electricity. So yeah, I'm staying with my grandmother, so lucky me, I don't have to pay for any rent. So yeah, and I still don't have any work here. I'm still trying to find, and my school hasn't started yet. It's gonna start next Tuesday. As I was saying, if you have a family here, anywhere in Vancouver or anywhere in Canada, if it's possible, just go to school where they are, and it will be easier for you. Plus, you don't get to be lonely too much because you have at least someone to be there for you, you know, if you know what I mean. Especially here in Canada, it can be very lonely because the place is kind of very foresty surroundings, so it doesn't really have that much, you know, buildings and stuff unless you're living in a city, which will cost you a lot of money. So, but yeah, let's just move on to the next topic, which is the cost of this whole thing. I know you're very curious about the cost, so I'm just gonna lay it out here. Here I'm just gonna estimate every expenses that I will say. So it's been a long time since I applied, so I'm not really sure about the specific amount now. So I would just probably give you an estimate for it. So for the application fee, I paid for 150 Canadian dollars. And then there's this thing called VFS. So they're like the official partner of the Embassy of Canada. We submit our application through VFS, and then VFS are the one who connects with the embassy. So we have to pay them a fee of about 1,000 pesos, and then also you have to have your medical examination. So that costs around 8,000, I think. I think St. Luke's and IOM just cost about the same. Because in Manila, the only available like recognized hospitals are St. Luke's and IOM. So I went for IOM, and I researched about St. Luke's, and they cost about the same, 8,000 I think. I'm not sure now, but that was back last year, 2017. So if you're not sure about that, you can call them up and ask for like the code or something like that. So for the medical, I can only speak about my experience in IOM. You have to make an appointment first, and then they're gonna give you like an appointment time, and then you're gonna have to be there on time. Possible that you finish the medical examination throughout the day or even half day, and then they're gonna give you like a piece of paper, so something like this. So they're gonna take a picture of you, and there's like a barcode. That barcode is your account. It's about your account or something. They're gonna be the one who's gonna be sending your medical result directly to the embassy, so don't worry about it. If they say that you're okay, we've already submitted it to the embassy, then don't worry about it. The embassy will get it. Don't freak out. You still have this agency fee. So you have to pay for the initial commitment fee of 5,000, and 2,000 in that is refundable. And then after you submitted all your documents, you're done preparing your documents, so you're gonna have to submit it to your coordinator and let them check whether you still need to have another additional documents for that. Then you're gonna have to pay for 10,000 pesos for the lawyer's fee. So all in all, it's 15,000, and then 2,000 in that is refundable. So it's like 13,000 for the agency's fee. Honestly, it's not that bad compared to other agencies. They're very friendly. If you have any questions, they're ready to answer your concerns. I definitely recommend this agency. And I'm not in any way sponsored by them or paid by them. I'm already here in Canada. I'm just sharing my experience. Overall, in this whole process, I was very happy with Fortius, so that's why I want to share this with you. So let's talk about picking your school. Since I went through with an agency, I was able to pick my school from them. So they have this list of the school that they're partnered with, and you're gonna have to choose from those schools. And then luckily, I found a school that I want in that list. So I said I'm just gonna go with this agency. So I found somewhere here in Vancouver. It's a really good school. It's a college, it's not a university, just because if I'm gonna go with the university, it's gonna take me another 2 years because I wasn't part of the K-12 before. So I think the university here, they require you to at least have an attendance of I don't know how many years, but if you're not part of the K-12 before, you're not gonna make it to the cut of like the university, you know, the requirements of how many years. So I just decided I'm just gonna go for the college. I get to go to this school for 2 years, and then I can apply for postgraduate work permit, which is a good thing. If you're curious about the tuition fee, it all depends on your school. It's really easy to find out the tuition fee. You just have to do your own research, and then if you find this school, just go to their site and you will have all the information needed. You know, their requirements and stuff like that. And that's a very important thing, is that you have to determine where you want to go, what course you want to take, which school do you want to attend, and how long would you want to attend that school. So I think those are some of the important things that you have to consider and you have to ask yourself first. After that, you can start actually preparing for your requirements. What else do you guys want to know? That's it, I guess. So I hope you guys find this very helpful, and if not, well, I'm sorry. I did try my best to lay it out to you. I hope that at least I answered one of your questions, and if not, you could always ask me down on the comment section. And if you're too shy to leave a comment below, you can always direct message me on Instagram. I'm always active in Instagram. Facebook, you can do that, and probably just Instagram or Facebook, and then here at YouTube comment section. So I hope that you guys found this video like at least slightly helpful, at least, right? So yeah, please like my video and subscribe my channel, and leave a comment down below, like and share this to someone who might be interested in applying as an international student here in Canada. And especially for us Filipinos, I think this will be very helpful. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. I'm probably gonna be starting uploading a lot of like Vancouver vlogs. Definitely check out my future videos, so please subscribe, hit the bell button to stay updated for my videos and, you know, about Canada. And please like this video again. Thank you, bye bye.